How can you stop loving a narcissist? This is an important question, especially when loving a narcissistic person in a very toxic, dysfunctional situation is destroying you mentally, emotionally, even physically. So let's talk about how you can stop loving a narcissist. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. And before I get into this important topic about how you can stop loving a narcissist, I want to let you know that I'm here for your support. Down in the description box, you'll find access to my calendar where you can schedule some one-on-one time with me, and I look forward to talking with you. Now, there's some ways in which you can actually stop loving a narcissist. I'm going to jump right into this. Number one, acknowledge the truth. And when we acknowledge the truth about the love that we have for narcissists, this is going to splinter off into a couple of key points. The first point I want to share with you is that understand the truth that you really don't love the narcissist. The love feelings that you are feeling towards the narcissist are not real love. Maybe at one time you loved them. Maybe you think you love them, but you are not in love with the narcissist. What is there to love about somebody who doesn't care about you? What is there to love about somebody who has demeaned you, devalued you, disrespected you, threatened you? What's there to love about that? Those are not lovable qualities. You are not in love with the narcissistic person, no matter what it is you think. Here's the reality. This is the truth of the situation. Maybe at one time you loved or you cared or you considered, but the moment you experienced the devaluation, the narcissistic rage, you stopped loving them, and instead it transferred to something else. You became challenged by them. That's really what you started to experience. Challenged in what way? Well, now you're challenged after being devalued and demeaned and criticized and all this stuff. You're now challenged to prove yourself. Proving yourself in a situation, and by the way, why are you proving yourself? You're trying to prove to the narcissist that you're a good person. You're trying to prove to the narcissist you're worthy, but you're also trying to prove these things to yourself. Toxic relationships have a way of making you feel bad about yourself. And so you spend a lot of time trying to prove to yourself, like digging out of this hole that a narcissist has been burying you in, okay? Proving something to the narcissist and to yourself is not the same thing as love. So what you're doing in this relationship is not love. You're just trying to prove them wrong and prove to yourself that you're right. That's not love. The other key factor about the truth of the situation is that you don't have to love them. A lot of people will say, well, you got to do the Christian thing and even love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you and this and that and all this garbage that has been twisted and taken out of context. Listen, love your enemies isn't hanging out with people who are bullying you and abusing you. Loving your enemies is not having constant coffee dates and talking on the phone with narcissistic people, right? Love in that context simply means do the right thing at the right time. When you see a homeless person on the side of the road who's starving and you have an extra $5 in your pocket, buy them something to eat, for crying out loud. That's love. And when you do that, you'll notice something. It will never hurt. You're never going to walk away feeling disappointed. Why? Because you gave out of the love that you have inside and you did something outward, not expecting anything in return. That is the kind of love that the Bible talks about when it says to love your enemies. It means if you see an enemy, you know what? Give them something to eat out of the extra that you have. Walk away not needing anything from them. Don't translate that into, we got to be all gushy with somebody who's bullying me. No. So those are the two most important concepts behind understanding the truth. Number one, you don't love them. Number two, you don't have to love them. And then the obvious factor, number three, they don't love you. Narcissistic people don't care one iota about you other than being able to use you. The extent of what a narcissist enjoys about you is the extent of how good you make them feel by serving them, by being with them, by honoring them, by whatever. They just want to be worshiped, right? Because in their life, they have to have that. That's all they care about you for. And if you're not doing that, they don't love you. It's never about love for them with you. Those are the truth. Moving on to the next thing that you need to understand about how to stop loving somebody is, two, you need to be able to pay attention more to your needs. The way you're going to stop loving other people is to pay attention to your own needs. And this is important. You can spend your whole life just loving, and you're going to exhaust yourself, and you're going to drive yourself into the ground. Don't mistake this as carrying your cross. That's not what carrying your cross in this life is. It's not serving people until as you're dying, malnourished, malnutritioned in life. That's not what carrying your cross means. Yes, we all have a burden to carry in this life. I'm carrying my cross right now talking to you. This is my burden. I talk with you from a place of pain in my own life, right? But this idea that we need to put other people's needs before our own is nonsense, and it will bury you. You will have all kinds of health consequences as a result, mental, emotional, and physical. So be able to pay attention to your needs. And if narcissistic people are not addressing your needs, if they're not there for you, if they're not encouraging you, if they're not nourishing you, then understand it's a toxic, one-sided relationship and avoid it. Stay out of it. Don't be around one-sided people who can't be there for you as they want you to be there for them. That's toxic, all right? That's number 2. Then number 3, look forward. Look forward. How do you stop loving somebody who's toxic for you? Look forward to other things in life. Take steps day by day, one foot in front of the other, making plans for your life that do not include the narcissistic person. Challenge yourself. Months ago, I rappelled down a 19-story building, and I'm afraid of heights. For the longest time, I wouldn't even go in an elevator. But I pushed myself, I challenged myself so that I can look forward to something, and I discovered something amazing. I don't think about the narcissist when I'm challenging myself. So look forward to things in your life. Set small goals day by day to do things away from the toxic family members, friends, ex-spouse, whoever. Go challenge yourself. Go live your life. Look forward to things, and this will replace what you think is love for a very toxic individual. And it may take time. It may not seem like it's working right away, but I promise you, over a length and over a period of time, it will start to work out in your life. And the narcissistic people who don't care about you and don't love you will become more distant. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. Down in the description box, I have access to my calendar for you. We could have a telephone call, a WhatsApp, or a FaceTime video call, or even a text message consultation. You'll find the direct link to my calendar where you can schedule that time with me down below. Monday night is Royal We Live Chat. And Wednesday nights, by the way. I'm doing Wednesday night Royal We Live Chat now. So click the link down below to be a part of that. Saturday morning is Royal We Fellowship, an in-depth Bible study. So join us on our Bible study about narcissism in this world every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Follow me on Instagram at Join the Royal We, and I'll be back with more videos right here on the Royal We.